Hi everybody, this is Tracy Chen, and in today's video, we're going to talk about what visa options you have if your graduate 485 work visa is about to expire. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an immigration lawyer based in Australia, and I'm the principal lawyer at Mason Chen Law Group. If you want to get in contact with myself or one of our fantastic lawyers or agents, our contact details are below. Now, for the last few years, we had it pretty good. We had the COVID 408 visa, which anyone could apply for if they were in Australia and had a job offer. It was pretty straightforward. However, last month, the Department of Home Affairs announced that they will be closing the COVID 408 visa. It was closed to new applicants as of September 2023, and for existing 408 holders during that time of the announcement, you can still apply for a new 408 visa if your current 408 expires before February 2024 and you meet the requirements. I've done a full video on that, so you can go check it out. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of options. So first, let's talk about the options you have if you have work experience in your nominated occupation. So first of all, there's the 407 training visa. Now you need to have at least 1 year of work experience in your nominated occupation, and you'll need to have an employer who can sponsor you under the occupation. Now, the eligibility requirements for this does vary from different occupations, so you need to receive the right immigration advice. And there's a couple of different streams that you can apply under. The first stream is occupational training required for registration. The second stream is occupational training to improve skills in an eligible occupation. And the third stream is occupational training for capacity building overseas. Now, generally speaking, for this visa, you can apply for it and receive it 2 years, and you'll need to provide a training plan to the department. So essentially you're training for the next 2 years. We do use this visa regularly, especially for professional occupations such as lawyers or accountants. And it's quite a good one, especially if you haven't reached at least 2 years of full-time work experience. But if you do have 2 years of full-time work experience, then we would be looking at the temporary skills shortage 482 visa. Now again, you'll need your employer to sponsor you for this one. You'll need to have the relevant qualification plus at least 2 years full-time work experience in that occupation. Sometimes work experience can be used in place of the qualification. You will need to check the occupation specifically as per the ANSCO requirements. But for example, if you're a chef, then you'll need to have a diploma plus at least 2 years of full-time work experience, or you could have 3 years of full-time work experience if you don't have a diploma. Your employer will need to become a standard business sponsor and not have any adverse information about them. They'll need to put up a job ad for your position, and that job ad must be up for a minimum of 28 days. After the 28 days, and once they have the required documents, they'll be able to nominate you in the position and lodge the nomination application. Then you can lodge your visa application. I've done more extensive videos on this, so go check it out on my channel. And the last visa option would be a student visa. Now, this is really only intended for those who want to continue studying and want to further their education. So potentially, if you've done a bachelor's degree in Australia, you could look at doing another master's degree or maybe a graduate diploma. If you've done a master's degree in Australia, maybe you might be interested in a Masters of Research. The good thing about Masters of Research is that you have full-time working rights, and a lot of my clients do this, provided you can manage the workload from school and if you continue to work full-time. And the other option is obviously to do a PhD. Now, a lot of people have asked me if they do a PhD, is it a sure way to get PR? Or can they apply for the GTI visa? That is the Global Talent Visa. A lot of people think that if you get a PhD, you can apply for a Global Talent Visa and it's highly likely that you'll get it. Now, that is certainly not true. So do not study a PhD just because you think you can get the Global Talent Visa. The Global Talent Visa is actually quite difficult these days, and I will do a separate video on that one soon. The requirements have definitely changed from a few years ago, and if you have a look at the allocation for the Global Talent Visa, there isn't a lot either. So those are the three main options, and there isn't a lot of options, as you can see, which is probably one of the reasons why the government did go ahead and extend the 485 visa for a lot of applicants. So they have more time to work in Australia and, do what they want to do. But obviously, if you are studying in Australia and you've fallen in love with the country and you want to stay in Australia, then you probably need to start planning for your permanent residency as soon as possible. So get the advice maybe just before you're about to finish, And that would be the best way and fastest way to move forward once you do graduate, because you already have a plan in place. Because a lot of people only get a 2-3 year 485 visa, and before you know it, have already passed by. Anyways, I hope that video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with people who need it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.